Never hung. Okay. Congratulations on being here. Congratulations to Invicta. They're doing a phenomenal job because of the way you guys are fighting. So except for you, George, don't say anything. We're going to go over the rules as quick as I can to get you guys through it and stuff. But the most important thing I want you to know is how we are going to. Jesus Christ, what's up, Roger? I didn't see that. I want you to know how we're going to do the bout conduct, what we're going to do in given situations, what you can expect from us, what we will not do or ever do to you, and everything's basically upon how you guys interact throughout the fight, okay? We don't want to interfere with your fight in any way whatsoever. Greg's done a ton of fights. I've done a couple, okay? So we have an idea of what we're doing. We just want you guys, you dance horrible too. She dances great, you dance horrible. We want you guys to be comfortable with us in there. If you have a question and you don't want to ask it now in front of, because your opponent's in the same room, that's no problem. Come up and ask us. We will come to you each individually tomorrow night and ask you if you have any more questions, have any concerns or anything like that. That's to let you, if you at that point want to say something, you can say it. We will be fighting under the unified rules here in the state of Missouri. Do you have any questions on anything that are one of the 29 fouls that are part of those unified rules? Things like what the back of the head is, what an illegal elbow strike is. Don't throw your opponent out of the cage. That's just not nice. Anything within those 29 fouls that you don't understand. If you don't understand the way, you've had it multiple ways in different places, you want to know what we're going to do, we will tell you now. Ask it. It's okay. Anything about what small joint manipulation is, anything about kneeing the head of a grounded fighter, any of those things, you're all good. All right, we're going to go over a couple that happen more than anything. So when we talk about it, if you don't understand what we're saying, let us know. The back of the head for you guys. This is not like boxing. Back of the head of boxing is cutting me straight down the ears. That's the back of my head, that's the front, right? That is not MMA. MMA, it is from the crown of the head, so all of this is a legal place for someone to attack. And from that crown going straight down your spine all the way to your tailbone with a 1-inch variance. So take a piece of duct tape, run it straight down from the top of that point all the way to your tailbone. That is the area that is relegated as illegal. Okay? Do not attack that area. At the neck, the nape of the neck down all the way to that spine joint, that is protected. So you got this little strip, it widens at the neck, and then it goes back down to that strip all the way to the tailbone. So if you are getting hit right there, that's a legal punch. Do you understand that? You have to be responsible for every punch you throw. We expect that of you. So if you get in a good position and you're attacking your opponent, target the area you want to hit. We normally will tell you, target the ear, because as long as you have a hand touching that ear, even if it's a big hand like mine's, even Brock Lesnar, he can't get to that illegal area. All right? So if you target the ear and you're touching the ear, you know you're good. If during the fight you get a good position on your opponent, we expect you to target the area. If you're throwing a punch, and as you're throwing the punch, your opponent turns their head and you hit him square to the back of the head, an illegal area. By the turning of the head by the opponent, it becomes a fair blow. But you will hear Greg or I tell you, watch the back of the head. What we're telling you with that is we want you to adjust the next blow. Don't come back in that same area. You come back in the same area, now you're asking me or Greg to get involved, to stop you, possibly take you out of a really advantageous position that you've gained, and affect your fight in a way that could be negative to you. So if you hear us tell you watch the back of the head, it's telling you redirect the next punch to a place that you know is a legal area for you to punch. We're not here to tell you how to fight, but we're here to make sure that you fight within what the rules are. If you are the person that's in a bad position and you're getting hit, don't look up at Greg and don't look up at me and go, that's the back of my head. If it's illegal, we'll call it. If you cause it by the turning of your head, it becomes a fair blow. Just keep going. If it's illegal, we'll take care of you, okay? Do not take your hand, bring it straight up and straight down. That's the only elbow strike you can't throw. That's it. Anything else, anything with an arc is legal. When you take somebody down, spiking, the only things you can't do is try to control your opponent's body and take them and drive them straight down into that mat. Anything with an arc is legal. Even if I rotate them this way and bring them down, there's rotation to it. It's legal. All right? It's when you take them, do like a pile driver. They're tired. They do a lazy double, and you pick them up, you pinch them down, and you try to drive them straight down. Now you're doing something that's illegal. Clear for everyone. No problems. If you get in a position, a lot of people are taking and putting their hand down to the ground to make themselves a grounded fighter. What we're telling you is this. If you get put in a position where you feel like you have to do that, you feel like you want to do that to protect yourself with the rule, you are able to do it. But when you put your hand down to the ground, leave it on the ground until you decide to get up. Do not pick it up and then try to put it back down to beat a knee that you see coming in. That will not protect you from that blow. If you get knocked out from it, we'll wake you up and tell you you made a bad mistake. Okay? Keep your hand on the ground. When you decide to get up, we're telling you get up. Clear to everybody. If you decide I want to try to alter the rules of the sport, I'm going to start the fight by taking my hand, dragging it on the ground, and trying to create a situation by the use of that rule. It's not going to protect you. That is not what the rule is there for. Don't try to create something with it. If you get pushed up against a fence or something like that, that's fine. Use it there. Do not start the fight trying to drag a hand or doing something stupid to make it like, oh, I'm going to be cool. It's not going to be cool when you get knocked down with a kick, because automatically your hand's going to come up. Guaranteed. You're trained to do it. You see a kick coming, one way or the other, the hand's going to come off the ground. It's going to protect you, and you're going to get knocked out of the fight. So be smart. When it comes to, if you knock your opponent down, you are in control of the position. You put them down there. We will not ask you, do you want them up? I don't expect you to fight and talk at the same time. All we will do is go off of your actions. If you knock them down and you want to keep them down, stay pressed up on them. It's telling us that's where you want them. We'll let you work. And we'll let you work to the point where you're not doing anything, and then we'll come in between you and stop you and stand you up. If you're doing well on your feet and you don't want to go to the ground with them, just take a step back away from them. We will automatically come in between you. You're going to put our hand towards you and make them get up. You're in control of that position. You get to decide if you want that fight on the ground or on your feet. Clear with everybody. Okay? When it comes to us standing you up, if you do take your opponent down, now we're kind of talking about bout conduct. You take your opponent down, you are in a position to do something with it. Take them down, do what you want. We will give you time. All we're expecting is for you to fight. We're not here to tell you how to fight. I'm not here to tell you to punch. I'm not here to tell you to elbow. I'm not here to tell you to go for a position, to go for a submission. That's up to you. But we do need you fighting. We need you showing us that you are working towards doing something that can end the fight. As long as you're doing that and you're on the ground, you're going to stay there. If we don't like what's happening and we want more, we're going to tell you, first thing we usually tell you is, let's work. Okay? Get busy. That's your first clue of, he's not happy with how much I'm doing, I need to start to work more. If we don't get anything out of that, the last warning you'll get from us is either, if you want to stay there, improve. Improve your position, improve what you're doing. We're telling you right then and there, you don't have much time. You better start to either pass that person's guard down low, or posture up and pass, or posture up and start leveling shots on them. It's up to you, but if you posture up and start punching, don't go 1, 2, back down. You didn't change the fight. We're wanting you to change it without us coming in. If you don't change the fight, then we're going to come in and you feel our hands coming down, we tell you stop, and we're going to stand you up. If you go after them with strikes, go after them in a sustained attack. So we know that you're trying to, obviously it's going to give room. That's what we want. We want you guys to adjust the position and change what's going on. Any questions about that? If you get into dominant positions, you get side control, you get the person's back, you get mount, all we expect you to do is work. We are not going to get a fighter out of a position where that someone has them in a dominant position unless you, as the person that's controlling it, I got someone's back and I'm going to seatbelt. I'm going to sit here. Well, I'm stalling the fight now. As long as you're attacking them, I don't care if it's with punches, submission attempts, they don't have to be successful. As long as you're attacking them, you will maintain that position, be able to control it. You, as the fighter who's in that position, you need to get yourself out. Don't look for Greg or me to do it for you. We're not going to help you out. Clear for everybody? Okay? Last bit, if you get hurt during the fight, you get hit with a shot, it hurts you, we do not care how you defend yourself, but you got to show us that you want to be in this fight and you are actively attempting to defend yourself. If putting your hands up is what you want to do, great. What we are looking for, and this is for both, I'm not looking to see how many times someone throws a punch. That does not matter to me. You can throw 1,000, and if 1,000 land on her arms, the fight's not stopping. I'm looking to see two things. Where's the punch landing, and how much power is on it? So if you're just sitting there, little ticky-tack punches, we're gonna let it go a long time. It's how much power are you putting on it, and where is it hitting? Once you have those two things, and you're starting to damage your opponent, now's the time. If you're the person being damaged, we are gonna start telling you, we need you to either fight back, or we'll say something like, move, get out. What we're looking for is for you to try to move the position so your opponent has to change that attack, try to take away what they're attacking you with. We do not care if you're successful. We care that you're trying. As long as you're trying and saying that mind is still working, we'll let you go. It's when you don't try because you've been overwhelmed and you have no idea how to get out of this, or you can't because you've been put in a position where you do not have the technical knowledge to get out of the position you're in and you're being damaged, I'm guaranteeing you the fight's coming to an end. Is that clear for everyone? It's the same as tapping out. If you want to tap out during the fight, fine, tap out. No problem, we'll stop it. If you get caught in a submission, we will let you work your way out of any submission that is put on you. But understand, if you get put in a submission and we see damage, I see a dislocation of your arm, I see a break of a bone, the fight's over. You do not get to continue on because I want to. No, too many bad things can happen with that. Fight comes to an end. If it's a finger or a toe, your finger gets dislocated, it's sitting over on top of your other fingers in your glove, and you're showing that you want to continue on, we'll let you go. If your toe's sitting sideways, I'll let you go, and I'll let your corner pop it back, and I'll watch the pain on your face as they do it, because it's awesome. Okay? But that's not a major joint. Hand breaks, okay, we'll let you go if you want to go. But anything that's a major, fight's over. Is that clear to everyone? If you scream out in pain, and when I say scream out, I'm reverting you back to being a 9-year-old little girl and someone hits you bad and you screamed out in pain, fight's coming to an end. Is that clear for everyone? That's a sign saying, I have been overwhelmed, I don't know how to stop this, we're gonna get you out of the fight. If you grunt all you want. Summon the gods of strength, I don't care. Okay, that's all good. Just don't scream out like a puppy having its tail stepped on. Okay? Clear for everyone. Submission-wise, if you get put in a submission, be it arm bar, triangle, if you can elevate your opponent, you can bring your opponent down any way you wish. Meaning, there is no spiking out of a submission. You can spike someone in that position. That person is in control of their body. If you're the person putting that submission on, you can either adjust it, keep them from elevating you, go for the ride, whatever you want. But realize they can bring you down anyway. Last thing is, you guys are fantastic about sportsmanship. Represent this sport the way it's supposed to be represented. Represent this promotion that's done such a phenomenal job of building you ladies up. The best of luck to all of you. For the corner people, talk to your fighter only. Don't talk to their opponent during the fight. Do not talk to me or Greg, because I don't give a damn what you want to say about what I did that was wrong. You want to talk to me between rounds or after the fight, all you want. Tell me I'm an idiot. It's okay. You won't be the first. I want you to have water in your hand at all times. It could be a mouthpiece comes out. We need to clean it out. Greg or I could come to you, even if it is not your fighter's mouthpiece that's gone out. It may be quicker to go to you and get your opponents done because your opponent is starting to lose and their corner might try to take time. We might come to you. So always be ready just to pour water on it. Don't try to take it from us through the fence. All you got to do is dump water on it. We will hand it to the fighter. The fighter can put it back in their own mouth. You got fingers. Anything we didn't cover for you? Anything you want to say? I'm sorry.
I think you hit it all.
Anything that I didn't cover for you want to go over? Best of luck. We'll see you all tomorrow night.